Pretzel's owner. By the way, have you ever had Ben's Pretzels? Come on, let's go inside and see. Okay, so we're sitting here with Scott Jones, and we're about to start the interview, so. Tell me a bit about your life. When were you born?
Well, I was born in July of 1974 in a little town called Reed City, Michigan, which is located, as every good Michigander does, carries a map. It was located right about here in the state of Michigan. I lived out in the country on 80 acres with some dogs and pigs and chickens.
When did you get married?
I got married in April, on April 24th, 1999, and I got married actually in Elkhart, Indiana, to a very lovely young lady from this area who grew up just north of the border in White Pigeon, Michigan.
Do you have any children? If so, when were they born?
Yeah, my wife and I have had one son. His name was Evan. And unfortunately, at the age of 20, which is about 2 years ago, he passed away, went on to be with the Lord. And in addition to that, we raised our nephew for about 5 years, who was also a Heritage and Northridge student.
When have you changed jobs?
Well, the last real change in my job was about 3, maybe 4 years ago at this point, when I left a job that I had while we were helping build Ben's Soft Pretzels. And I worked for a company named O'Neill Steel out of Birmingham, Alabama. And I sold metal to all kinds of companies all over Michigan and Indiana. And that was a great job and a great company, but we were so busy with pretzels that I had to give something up. So I gave up the steel and I went with the delicious route.
Did you go to Heritage Intermediate School? If so, who was your 4th grade teacher?
I only went to Heritage to check on grades and maybe get somebody out of detention once in a while. But I didn't attend there myself. Both my son and nephew both attended there. And unfortunately, I don't remember the teachers' names, but I'm sure they were great.
When did you become a member of the Middlebury community? What was it like then?
So it was a lot quieter when I became a member of the Middlebury community. It was around 2001, I think. We built our first home in Middlebury over by Bonneville Mill. And it was really convenient for my wife to go back and forth to school. She actually was becoming a teacher, and now is a 2nd grade teacher at York Elementary. And so I guess it would have been like '02, and again it was just a much quieter area, which now it got a lot busier over by Bonneville Mill. So subsequently we have moved to a much quieter area of Middlebury again. So.
Why did you come to Middlebury?
We came to Middlebury primarily because of the school system, and I didn't know the area exceptionally well when I moved down here. And after going around and looking for different homes and land to buy, we decided on Middlebury because it had some of the prettiest landscapes that we could find, where it was, nice rolling hills and good, it seemed like really nice farming community, and it was also quiet. It was a really quaint community. And while we didn't live in town, we lived on the outskirts, so we were able to enjoy all the conveniences of town, but still living in kind of a quiet area.
What is your job in the community? How long have you done it?
Well, my job in the community is to provide the best pretzel experience for everyone in Middlebury and Elkhart County, as well as throughout the country. So my job takes me all over the place. I do business currently in 8 states, but it still is, it's still fun to be based out of Elkhart County. And my role or my position is CEO and president of Bensoft Pretzels. So we get to share really delicious pretzels with all kinds of people. So that's probably the favorite part of my job.
Have you ever had a different job?
Yep, as we were talking earlier, one of my main roles and main jobs has been in the steel industry, where I worked for both a service center out of Birmingham, Alabama, and then I also sold fabricated metals, which means that we'd make metal into certain tools, or we'd make it into certain parts that would fit into, sometimes in the RV industry and a variety of other places. And I had a long history in steel sales, and my first job in Indiana was actually in Middlebury at Coachman RV.
What do you like about Middlebury?
I think what I like the most is that it's kind of a really quaint, quiet community, but still has all the conveniences. If you want to rent a video, or if you want to go grocery shopping, or you want to have a nice dinner, you can have all that in Middlebury. But you can still kind of escape the big city hustle bustle life, right?
What do you dislike about Middlebury?
I'd say the one thing I dislike the most about Middlebury is that there's not a Bensoft Pretzels there. Maybe we should change that. Just a thought.
Would you recommend Middlebury as a fun town to visit?
I would recommend Middlebury as a fun town to visit, yes, and primarily because there's plenty of fun things and activities that usually happen throughout the year, like the Middlebury Days and the fall festivals, and it's always nice to get out and see other folks from the community and enjoy some ice cream and fried foods.
Would you recommend Middlebury as a fun town to live in?
Yeah, I think so. I've never lived directly in town, but my wife and I do enjoy walking our dog and visiting downtown for, dinner and of course banking and a few other things. But it's really nice to be able to have a bicycle trail that goes through Middlebury, and we like to bike on that quite a bit as well. So there's a lot of fun things to do there.
So there you go, folks. Yeah, now let's go and make some pretzels.